You know, our Creator gave us this amazing system. Redundancies in this system, so if one thing goes wrong, there's a second system to pick up on it. Nucleotide bases, neurotransmitters, hormones, all work together to bring us to this place in this community every single day. But what has the potential to influence or infringe upon health? Well, the best thing you can do is pick your parents well. Select them wisely, because there's an enormous component of health which is genetic. Not quite as much as you might think, however, because the other influencer of health is how we live our lives. But you know, I'm going to show you a slide that's really interesting. In the United States of America, the number one predictor of longevity, I'm going to ask you if you know what it is, the number one predictor of longevity in the United States. This is the Jeopardy question. I won't play the music, but I will wait for you. Healthcare. Thank you so much for trying. Next, who else has an idea? That's a part of it. But there's one specific factor that will predict in the US, great studies done by the Commonwealth Fund and organizations like that, that will tell you, predict your life expectancy. No. All of those things, here we go, contribute to this. Your zip code. Your zip code. So your zip code includes everything that you just told me. Your zip code. Let's do this really fast. I wasn't going to do this now, but Roldy said he has one. Okay. Roldy, can you make that link work? So we're going to plug in a couple of zip codes. Yes, sir. Thank you. So what's the zip code here in Bronxville?
10708.
10708. So I'm going to ask Roldy to plug in 10708. 10708.
It's okay, you can go across.
There, plug that in for me, Roldy. 10708. Okay, scroll down, please. Okay, keep going. So look, you get to live longer if you live here than the average American, because in the United States of America, life expectancy is 78.8 years. But here in Bronxville, what great news. Life expectancy is 82.29. I live in Westchester County. Many of you live in Westchester County. Could you plug in another zip code for me? 19124. That's it. Plug that in, please. Okay. Guess what? This is where I was born. If I still lived there, I wouldn't get to live as long. Okay. Thank you. So what's the point? The point is that healthcare is influenced by a variety of things, that the definition of health for individual people can change, and that there are forces that affect our health and well-being that are both internal, our genes, self-controlled, our lifestyle, but here's the deal, ladies and gentlemen. There are enormous effects on health over which individuals in our nation have little or no control, because your zip code is influenced by everything you told me. Economics, education, lifestyle, access to healthcare. All of these are considered social determinants of health. So health all by itself is a profoundly complicated concept. What's happening in the United States of America right now? So, do we have a right to health? God is our creator, and we are imperfect bodies, and so things will go wrong. But do we have a right to health care? Do we have a responsibility for care of our own health? I would say yes, we have a right to health care. that every individual in the world, every individual in our nation has a right to access to care. That means you can find somebody who can give you that care. Care at a cost point that is affordable. There's another word. What is affordable? And finally, and most important, we have access to care that is of equal quality. So that whether I am still living in 19124 or whether I have moved to 10708, the quality of the care that I receive needs to be the same. Okay. Here is where things get profoundly complicated. Who pays for it? Who delivers it? We have a great system in this country of educating individuals to become healthcare providers. We have amazing programs here at Concordia College, New York, that do just that. We have teams and teams of healthcare providers in the United States. These people exist throughout the world, but here's the question. Who pays for the care that we get? A couple of points about the United States of America one rule. Let me bring up this rule as this conversation moves forward. One rule. There is no they in this conversation. When I was a sophomore in college, I took a sociology course, and I remember my professor, her name was Mrs. Clark. She had this annoying habit, Mrs. Clark did, of when I said, or my colleague said, you know what would solve this problem, Mrs. Clark? If they would just fix it. If they would just do it this way. If they would just do it my way. And her profoundly annoying professorial response was, who are they? We are they. They is us. So there's no they in this conversation.